I've heard people say, trust the process. Trust the process. The process is necessary. So for those that don't know the process, this is the process of sanctification, when God is developing us inside out, developing our character, and developing our character to help us get to our divine nature, to who he created us to be. So that's the process. But people always say, trust the process, but they don't talk about the process. How am I gonna know that I am in the process? How, when I don't even know how it looks like? I feel like our testimonies are very important, and they help us to understand how you did life with God, so that I can learn from you. Just like in the Bible, Abraham did life with God. And when you have a promise from God, you go to Abraham's part of the story and you read to understand how he did life with God. So it's the same with us believers. So I feel like we need to talk about our testimonies just to show other people how it looked like for them, so that I'm able to know what to expect. Because in most cases, we see people who have done life with God, we see them at their fruitful stage, we see them when they are on the other side, but that doesn't mean that they got there overnight. No, they went through the process, that process that they say trust the process. But yes, I want to trust the process, but let me know what it takes to go through the process. I want to know what it took for you to be you. I want to know what it took to be where you are. Because how I see it as the caterpillar to butterfly like sort of process. When God is developing the caterpillar and it goes through this metamorphosis process to end up being a butterfly. So when you say trust the process, I see you as the butterfly and I see myself as the caterpillar. And I say, yes, I want to go through this process, but I don't know how it looks like. I want you to tell me your testimony. Let me know how it was for you as a caterpillar. Let me know how you felt when you went through the metamorphosis process. Those lonely and dark times when God was dissolving all of you and he used the solution of that dissolve to produce the butterfly that you are. I want to know your new challenges as a butterfly, because people might look at you, they might look at your colorful your colorful self, and they might desire you for you, but they don't know that even though you are soaring high with your beautiful wings, you have no predators. And tell me about it. We want to know these things so that we are not surprised when we're going through the process and then we find ourselves in dark, lonely times and we feel like, God, what's going on? But if I know that this comes with the territory, maybe, just maybe, I'll steward the process well. So I wanted to talk about that it is beneficial for us to share our own stories with others, because your pain is my gain. My pain is your gain. Because if my pain set me free and it gave me the freedom that I could never have had, then it means that the freedom that I experience when I share my testimony is the freedom that you can experience as well. So even yourself, the freedom that you experience when you went through the process, when you talk about it, is the freedom that I can experience as well. So finally, yes, trust the process. The process is necessary. I agree. And I also believe that when you do it right, when you do the process right, regardless of what you went through, you will never have any regrets. So, brothers and sisters, trust the process. The process is necessary. Yes, it takes risky faith, but it is necessary. Yes, there will be dark times, but it is necessary. Yes, there will be isolation moments where you feel like God has abandoned you, but it is necessary. If others can do it, you can do it as well. I am going through the process and I have no regrets. Yes, there are lonely times. Yes, there are times of discouragement. Yes, there are times when I cannot even see it happening for me. I'm able to believe it for everybody else but me, but it is necessary. When I get to the other side, You're going to say, hey, that time, how did you do this? And I'll be able to share my testimony with you. So thank you very much for lending me your ears. And once again, let's like, share, follow, and let's form a community. And God bless you all.